Just one more on Trump, though, running for the White House. I mean, does the GOP want him, though, with the baggage that he brings?
Look, I think both the political establishment, the Democrat establishment, and the Republican establishment want to have a civil war in the Republican Party. But the fact of the matter is that Donald Trump has renovated the Republican Party. I think you're going to see that play out in the midterms, and you're going to see MAGA candidates succeed. And I think by tomorrow night, if not Wednesday morning, it's going to be very clear that Donald Trump is going to have a path to the White House, and he's going to be the Republican Party.
OK, why not go with Ron DeSantis, though, who doesn't have the baggage but yet still ticks the similar kind of red boxes?
Yeah, look, Ron DeSantis is arguably one of the greatest Republican governors our country has ever had. He handled the pandemic better than any other governor in this country. I would call it the gold standard. There was not a close second. But I think after you see the success of the MAGA Republicans, of the newly renovated party that Donald Trump renovated, and by the way, DeSantis is a product of that renovation, I think that DeSantis will not challenge President Trump if Trump decides that he's going to run and announces that he's going to run in 2024.
So you reckon Ron DeSantis will pull out if he does?
I don't think that DeSantis would challenge a Trump presidency in 2024, especially after you see the results of these midterms that are coming.
Well, what is your prediction? I mean, do you take both houses there?
I think we're going to take both the House and the Senate. I think the House is very obviously going to be taken. I think the Senate's a little bit closer, but I still think that we will take both the House and the Senate and finally bring back America.
Well, I mean, what does that do for the rest of Biden's term? I mean, does that make him the lamest of ducks if he ends up losing both houses?
That's right. I think it will basically take him out of being able to push policy. I think it will restrain these Democrats, these Build Back Better, that they have built nothing back better. We have inflation at a 40-year high. We have a humanitarian crisis of biblical proportions at our southern border. I mean, they've done nothing to improve upon the Americans' way of life. And I think they're going to pay for it very badly at the polls.
It's interesting. You mentioned policies there, and the Democrats seem to be going with abortion, gun laws and integrity. The soul of America, as Biden calls it. They're the three main issues. It feels as though they're throwing their hands up on the main issue, which is the economy. Is that your read?
It is. I saw a couple of the pundits and the talking heads talking about democracy dying. The truth of the matter is democracy is not dying. We are a constitutional republic. It's tried and true, and it's been challenged, and it's been able to work its way through that system. I think Democrats are in trouble, not democracy. And I think that they're avoiding a conversation about inflation, about the economy, about we're on the brink of World War III. And instead, they want to talk about democracy dying because they don't want to talk about the policies that they've inflicted on the American people.
What do you do about, say, Russia or Ukraine if over the next 2 years, if you gain control of the House, of both houses?
Look, I want to see peace in Russia and Ukraine. I don't think that we ever should have begun a proxy war there. I think that if Donald Trump was president, I don't think that they would have ever attacked the Ukraine to begin with. And if they did, I think there would be no one better to make a peace deal than President Trump. So I think that we'll hopefully be able to get peace there sooner rather than later, because we have homeless veterans on our streets. We have fentanyl pouring over our southern border, killing our children. We have no business still funding a war in Ukraine, sending billions upon billions upon billions of dollars when we have Americans that can't afford groceries right now and gasoline.
Jason Meister, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again soon. And do join us for special coverage of the midterms. It'll be constant all throughout the day tomorrow, but it really kicks off 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Kieran, Laura and Annalise will have you all covered. Tom Connell too. He's got his special TV back. Look forward to seeing that.